So guys, iPhone 13 Pro Max is here. So as expected, Apple has kept the same slimline chargerless packing as last year. So this is the gold color variant of the iPhone 13 Pro Max. And the design is same, but the cameras are upgraded. And as you can see, the cameras are now bigger. For comparison, I have the iPhone 12 Pro Max last year's. And you can see the cameras in iPhone 12 Pro Max are smaller than the cameras in iPhone 13 Pro Max. And also guys, the plastic wrap around the boxes is removed. It's because Apple says that it's better for environment. I mean, it probably is. I highly doubt they have dropped this plastic sheet to reduce cost, but it doesn't change the fact that Apple used to make some of the most satisfying box fills ever. So now let's open the box. Now opening the box, you get to see your phone on top. So it's completely same as the last year's iPhone 12 Pro Max. So here it is. You can't tell any difference between them unless you see carefully towards its cameras. So under it we get to see the cables, the manual and a single Apple sticker. Regardless, so here is the phone. To get one thing out of the way, I do think that Apple Pro lineup phones right now is a good looking bunch. Well, talking about the design, just like last year's, they swap out that glossy glass on back for a frosted matte glass. Definite improvement in it, which gives you one less piece of maintenance. Also, the camera modules on Pros are even bigger than the camera models on the 13s. Anyways, probably more significant than the slight design differences versus last year's are actually new features. So there are several things Apple talked about. For starters, all iPhone 13s are powered by the new A15 Bionic chipset, and the second thing is the new screens. The displays on 2021 Pros now also refresh up to 120 times per second versus the 60, and we already know what 120Hz look like. And also all the animations have been very clearly optimized, but alright. I would say that the thing that I'm most excited about with these phones are pretty much all to do with the cameras. So first up is the cinematic video. And I'm so excited about its premise but also slightly disappointed with its execution. So what it does, it constantly accesses depth information. It decides how far everything is away from the camera, and then it applies a proportional amount of blur to mimic the feeling of a high-end cinema camera. And I think what's impressive about it is that they have managed to make this cinematography very easy. And also, every iPhone this year also has sensor shift stabilization. Although to be honest, the difference seems pretty subtle versus last year's, which used normal optical image stabilization. But really, the biggest change that Apple has been talking about here is that every camera on each of these new phones has been upgraded. Bigger sensors and wider apertures, further zooms, and at least based on the numbers that they have gave us about how much more light they can let in, etc. This should be the biggest camera jump we ever had on an iPhone. So first of all the 12 and 12 Pro had a 2x zoom camera. The 12 Pro Max had a 2.5x zoom camera. This time around, both 13 Pros have a 3x zoom camera, which is kind of fascinating. And then finally, the Pro phones can also use their ultra-wide cameras to take macro photos. So as you bring your phone close towards an object, as soon as you get about 14 centimeters away from it, you will see the phone automatically switching lenses to the ultra-wide. And then you will find yourself being able to get very, very close to an object. This is easily one of the best macro cameras you can get, and easily one of the best camera system in general you can get. So guys, at last I would conclude that if you are thinking to buy this iPhone 13 Pro Max, I would suggest you to wait for a couple of days, as it's not a full review of the iPhone 13 Pro Max, it's just the first impression video. So wait for a full review. In that I will talk about every new feature, every new detail with camera test and battery life too. So stay tuned for that. I'm planning to give away the iPhone 13 Pro Max here. So rules for giveaway are in the description, so do check that out. And my name is Sanket, this is Creative Innovative, and I will see you guys in the next one.